There's been masses of change at the club. Of course, we're disappointed that we never got the promotion that we set out to achieve. That's obviously what we wanted to achieve when we started last season. But I think if any fair-minded supporter would look and think that the club is in a much better space now than it was at this point last year, actually quite literally this week last year, we've got a structure within the club that I think will see us move in not only into the season coming but for many seasons to come.
I wanted to take part in the next chapter of the football club. I wanted to be involved in taking it forward, and at the same time, as supporters, we sit there and we talk about, you know, what we think we could do better and where we could help the club, and being that voice and going out there and engaging with people and actually being positive and driving this club forward is one of the main reasons why.
It's changed very little in a lot of ways, but massive in other ways. To see how much work that's put in behind the scenes is phenomenal.
Being a supporters rep on the board, you do change the way you see the club and I guess view it from outside. You have a responsibility, and at the same time I can see what's going on and a lot of the hard work it does take to run a football club, whether it's from right at the bottom to right to the top. But to be honest with you, I'm honoured, and it's a privilege to be in this position, and actually I'm going to do my utmost to make sure that, regardless of perception, I'll do my best to do what's right for the fans.
We launched on the 2nd of February of this year. Initially we had some strong headwinds, but from there we have progressed, and now we're making very, very steady progress. So far we've been able to contribute over 100,000 to the club, and as a result of direct debits that people have signed up for, we've been able to tell Leeann we've got another 150,000 on its way. So we're very pleased with progress to date, and of course we continue to seek new members.
Well, these are challenging times for Hibernian FC, but they're challenges the club are rising to, and this is our opportunity to support them in that challenge. We are fronting the buy-in campaign, because every fund that you provide will buy shares as we go on a journey to ownership by the fans of a club that was founded by the fans. And at the same time, the funds you provide will support Leeann and Alan and the team in supporting the significant challenges that we face this year. But together, we can get promoted, we can buy this club, and we can make Hibernian FC the community organisation that it was founded to be.
The Community Foundation assists the club in really staying true to its roots in terms of engaging with the local community and giving something back to the community. So we can offer opportunities for our fans, for those that live locally, for those that belong to other kinds of communities. So for instance, those with disabilities, those who don't speak English as a native language, and we can bring them into the Hibernian family and hopefully help to grow the fan base and help to extend the sense of community around Leith and around the training centre. Since I started in December, the Community Foundation has continued to do the programmes that it previously offered in terms of health and fitness for fans, education opportunities through the Learning Centre, and community football for people of all ages. We've reviewed all of that activity and are planning to make some changes to some of that activity in the coming months, but we've also extended the activity, so we have a wider range of community football opportunities, more football camps, opportunities for young people with disabilities, and we have also established a very strong partnership with NHS Lothian and the football club to develop a public social partnership around health and wellbeing.
The reaction on the day was just, it was something special. People say that, you know, that what was a moment for me, that was a bit of a moment for me. It was a big mood change. You could sense a change through the season with supporters. Obviously, we had to, if you like, prove ourselves as people, new people to the club. That's myself, Alan, George, the people here, the players. And you could sense at particular points through the season that was changing. But after the Rangers game, you know, we were defeated at the end of the day. We didn't get to the playoff final, which is ultimately what we wanted to do. We didn't get there. But even so, the response from supporters in the stands was just unbelievable. It was absolutely unique. Overwhelming, I would say, to be honest. And from that moment forward, really, we've been at a bit of a pivotal time in the club's history. I think we've moved on a stage again. We've seen a real rise in things like season tickets, shares, HSL membership. I think after that Rangers game, I think people really started to truly believe that the club had changed and that this was a different place. And you can see that coming through now. You can see people coming back. You can see season tickets being sold, and people being much more engaged. And that was great. It was brilliant. Ultimately, we didn't get what we wanted, but we got a great reaction from our supporters.
Certainly, in my opinion, I think the club's improved tenfold over the last year. From where the club was when they got relegated to where they are now. It's been a huge transformation, partly down to Leeann Dempster and obviously Alan Stubbs and his backroom staff. I think the football has been much more attractive to watch, and there's certainly a bit of a better feel-good factor around the club just now.
I think there's a very positive mood among the supporters at the moment. I think the fans can see the progress that's been made in what's a relatively short period. So I think everybody is feeling pretty optimistic about the future. And you know, like everybody else, we're really looking forward to the new season and aiming to get straight back up to that Premiership as quick as we can.
I would like the start of this season, I had 4 criteria that I would like to have seen from the club. First, to see better players. Second, to see better football. Third, to get into the playoffs. And fourth, to get decent runs in the cup. Now, we've seen that. But now, I would like to see the continuation, and I would like the supporters to come on board and buy into what the club is trying to achieve. And I can see the vast difference by the management and the players and everything that's happening about this club. And I just want to be part of it, and I'm proud that I'm on the board to do that. And if I can make any influence to make it better, I hope it succeeds.
Obviously, we're facing a massive season, a season where promotion for it, I mean, it's an absolute must for us. We have to work as hard as we can to get promotion into the Premier League, and that's going to be a big ask. It's a difficult league, everybody knows that. Lots of changes, as I alluded to earlier on, but we need to push on now, both on and off the pitch, and we've got a different, I think, opportunity that presents itself to us now, a massive change in mindset where supporters are concerned. The opportunity, should supporters want to take a majority shareholding, i.e. to formally own the club, and with that help forge the future of the club, the direction of the club, ring fence the club, help the finances of the club, and be much more involved rather than just coming to a game or perhaps interacting in that way, to be much more deeply involved in the club. And that doesn't always present itself. It's something that I think has come at the right time for this club. We talk about the surroundings, the infrastructure. We're sitting in a wonderful stadium. We've got a great backup behind us, and we've got a support that I think our relationship has been reinvigorated with. We have a much better, I think, communications with supporters now, and that's been two-way, positively in a two-way. So I want to build on that. Everybody here wants to build on that, and we want to get this club into the hands of the supporters, and not as quickly as we can, but properly and over a period of time that's right for everybody.
Next season, the target has to be automatic promotion, and I guess the steps that we've taken since last year, since the new structures come in, the new management team, the new support staff, everyone behind the scenes at the club, there's been massive leaps in terms of the way the club's going and the direction it's going in. It's all positive, and I can only see all this hard work going on, both on the field and off the field, taking us in the right direction and hopefully back to exactly where we need to be, which is at the top level of Scottish football.
I see the club progressing if the supporters can get right behind the club, and all of us collectively pointing in the one direction and supporting Leanne and the team and the goals that they have for the club. Obviously the ultimate progress is to get out of this league and get back to the Premiership, and I think that's best going to be achieved by all of us collectively working towards the same goal.
Over the next year, I can see the team continuing to evolve as a team, working closely together and building that bond that was clearly there last season, and through that evolving into a winning team that wins the championship and takes us straight up. Hopefully the fans will get behind that, and I can see us just becoming a wider team, a wider, stronger team of fans, players, board and management all working together to get Hibernian back to where they should be.
If there was one thing I would ask supporters to do, it would be to come back to games, buy a season ticket. If you've been coming to matches and paying at the gate, I would say come and buy a season ticket. We're focusing, we're trying to hit a strong target, and every single person who buys a season ticket enables the club in a really positive way. You only need to look at what we've been able to commit to early doors in terms of the number of players and other things that we've been trying to do here. We've been able to do that because we've got confidence, we can see the finances flowing into the club, and every single season ticket makes a difference. So if you're going to do one thing and one thing alone, or can afford to do one thing and one thing alone, it would be buy a season ticket and come back and support us.